we talk about my dating life and stuff on the show all the time. So it made me think about and wanting to know, like, how many kids is too many when going into dating a new person, because it's a real thing. Like, I'm 30 now and I have one.
You're so old,
but it's hard to find a woman with just one kid. And now where you say, is it weird? I wonder, is it weird that I don't know if I can date a woman that has more than two. I don't know, because I would like to have at least one more once I am in a serious relationship with somebody. So if I meet a woman that has 4 kids and I'm like, you know what, I'll go into this, we're going to date, right? One, to me, a step parent is a parent. So when you decide to commit to someone who has children, you are also decided to commit to those children. So me being a father of 1, I immediately become a father of 5 as soon as I take on that responsibility.
There's a lot of women here that have four kids. I've noticed that. A lot of single ones.
Yeah, there's a 3 is the number I've been noticing a lot. And I see it on Facebook all the time. Me and my 3. And I'm just like, I don't think I could date a woman that has 3 or more kids, because I would like to, once I'm serious, I would like to have at least one more of my own, a boy preferably. If I don't get a boy, maybe we'll talk about trying one more time. So let's say I meet a girl with 1 kid, right? So now we've got 2 together. And then if we ended up having 2 more, that's still a total of 4. Still manageable. But if I start dating a woman with 3 kids, now we have 4 together, plus 2 more, that would make 6 kids. I just don't know. I don't know about that. So I was just wondering, because there's some attractive women out here with like 3 or more kids, and I don't see myself going into it. Now, obviously, this doesn't have anything to do with like a fling or a mostly physical thing. I'm talking actual dating. So, and then think about this. There are people out here with no kids. It's a rarity.
What?
It's a rarity, but there are people out here with no kids. So what are their limits as far as dating somebody?
If they don't have kids by 30, I would imagine they don't want to have kids.
That's possible.
Yeah.
Or they're holding out and, like trying to save themselves for marriage or something. But it was something I wanted to know how other people felt about it, because for me, two, I unless she's like just super amazing and super attractive, I might be able to go for 3, maybe. Mm-hmm. But I really think I'm cutting myself off at 2 kids.
Text us or give us a call. TMM, hit the space bar, then type your message to the number 77,000. That's how you text us, or you can give us a call, 931-431-0975.
What do you say?
I wouldn't put a limitation. I don't care how many kids you have.
Really?
Yeah. I think if you're gonna put a filter on what her past is, okay, then she can judge you for your past. I don't know.
It doesn't have anything to do with her past.
Yeah, it does.
No, I'm not judging. I'm not judging her past.
You're judging the fact that she had probably a miserable marriage, and that was the only way that she felt better was to have 4 kids.
No, I'm not judging that at all.
Well, I mean,
none of that is a factor when I'm talking about this.
But so you wouldn't date a girl with 4 kids?
I don't see myself doing it.
Why?
Because of what I just said. I would like
not because of her, because of the kids. See, that's wrong.
How is it wrong?
Because it is wrong. It's not even your kids.
I don't want to take on that many children.
You're not going to be the dad.
No, but to me, as a step parent, you are a parent. You are taking on the responsibility of those children. If you can't go into dating a person with kids and not, now obviously that first 6 months to a year, they're not your kids yet, because you have to find yourself. I'm not going to even let somebody meet my child until I feel like we've made it to that level. You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay. To your point, if they have 4 kids from 4 different baby daddies or 3 different baby daddies, somebody just pointed this out in the text, and I absolutely agree. there's your sign that you need to run away.
Oh,
But if they were married for like 5 to 10 years, which I know of 3 single ladies in Clarksville that have 4 kids, they were married for 10 plus years, they were miserable, and they left because they were miserable. And the only reason they had that many kids is because they were miserable.
they were married with somebody. No, I mean, I get that. I'm not.
And they're good people. And you know what? They wouldn't ask you one damn thing for you taking on their kids. They wouldn't say, hey, buy me this for my kids.
It's not.
You're looking at it as oh, this is too big. This is, okay, as soon as I get with them, now I have 5 kids. You got to get with the girl first, and then you got to like really get to know her, and then you can meet her kids. You might fall in love with her 4 other kids, and you might love the fact of a big family. You're ruling out a big family before you even get into a relationship, which I think is a huge, huge problem. I mean, I get where you're coming from. You don't want a gigantic family because you see a giant bill when you go out to dinner. I got it. I understand it. But if you're going to rule out a good woman completely, then shame on you. I mean, because you could say, no, I'm not bashing you. And other people probably think this too. You think about a 30 to 35-year-old woman that has 4 kids, bad relationship she had for 10 years. She's finally out of it. She meets a good man, like a good guy like you. She falls in love with you. She doesn't go out. She doesn't do a bunch of stupid stuff like 20-year-olds do. She's completely faithful to you and completely wants you and your time. But she has 4 kids. Nah, I'm good. You know?
Where is she going to how is she going to even have time with 4 kids?
It's called babysitters, bro. It's called family. They got it. I mean, they have to work. They have to work. I mean, we got a lot of texts here. Somebody says, I have 3 kids and was married for 5 years. Just cheated and left me. I was settled on that one person for the rest of my life because I was one and done dirty. I hope my kids don't keep me from meeting that person. However, my kids are a package deal. Don't accept me, then you can't have me. I agree. Some people want kids and been trying, just can't seem to get pregnant. I guess that's for the people that are 30 and you don't have kids. My buddy is dating a girl that has 5 kids and he has 2 of his own. So they are like the Brady Bunch and they have 7 kids total. Hey, what's your name?
Adam.
Adam?
Yeah.
What up, Adam?
Not much. Look, I'm with Mo on this. You know, going into a serious relationship, wanting more. I was younger when I met my wife. We had more kids together. So I was kind of an idiot because I was in the military and I had money to spend. But if it happened now, I'd have to say, look at it from a financial standpoint. Because you just said she's getting child support for so many kids. What if she's not getting all that? So you got to think about how much you're able to financially support going into, you know, she's got 3 kids, you've got 1 kid, you want another one. If you don't get a boy like Mo wants, you know, would you then turn to, rather than, you know, rolling the dice, adoption? But that's still 2 extra kids on top of that. You know, will you be able to financially support 6 children altogether?
Is it, Adam, is it your job to financially support her children when you're dating and all that stuff?
I say yes, because right now you're in the interview process for becoming their dad. Because I went through an 8-year interview process with my daughter because now she is my daughter because I legally adopted her earlier this year. She, as a matter of fact, 6 months before that, said, Daddy, I want to become your daughter. I want to legally change my name. And I said, let's review it in 6 months. 6 months later, her mind hadn't changed. So I passed the interview process. I got the biggest job of my life.
Right.
But that entire time, I paid for food. I paid for shelter. I paid for rides. I paid for extras. I paid for entertainment. You know, I was showing that I can be the rock that is a child's life. Because in every child's life, to a son, you're the superhero. To dad, you are the wall. You are the castle. You're the thing that holds down the family.
I agree with you 100%. Yeah, I mean, that's logical. I like the rationalization of the whole thing. It makes sense. So if you were single right now, Adam, would you, if you met a girl and she had 4 kids, and you really liked her, you would call it off if she had 4 kids because you would personally think, I can't take care of you and your 4 kids later down the line.
No, I wouldn't call it off, because when I say financial support, you got to look at what is she doing as well.
Mm-hmm.
Is she currently able to support 4 children? Because I would be going into this, if I did it now, I'd be going into this with 3 kids. Who the heck's going to want a guy with 3 kids? I mean, maybe there's a woman out there that's like, oh, he's got 3 kids, he's a good daddy. Yeah. but you know, you got to go, well, she supports her kids. Are they in a stable home? Do they get fed? And all that stuff. If she's got her mind on right, and I got my mind on right, and together we can have our mind on right, and we can have the home, we can have, you know, the 2-story, well, we need a 3-story house, white picket fence, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah.
Okay.
I mean, more kids? Heck yes. The Presley line is getting bigger.
Well said, man. I think that's good. I think if you think about it logically in a financial standpoint, because inevitably, yes, you are going to have to pay for some things. I mean, not all the things, but the majority of the things. Like especially like, you know, tampons, food, you know, stuff like that. You know,
sports.
Yeah. Like, you know, all the stuff out of school. You know, vacations. But you know, that's a good way of thinking about it, though. Like if you go into it with a business perspective of, okay, how am I going to make this work? Can I make this work? How is she making this work? And if it all meets, you know, 50-50, all right, we got a deal. It's a business decision, really.
But I will say, Tyler, that I side with you on one major point. If it was a stable relationship that all of a sudden it just, you know, it broke apart, but the children came from one single relationship, that's when you start looking at the business plan. However, if it's like my ex, who now is at 4 children by 3 different men, get the hell out of there.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Run to the hills. Just run, baby. All right, man. Adam, we appreciate the call. You have a good one, brother.